YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. We are here live for Yin and Yang, and there's some news that came across us that I wanted to talk about. And Andy hit me with a left hook with this news. It looks like it might be very viable that this has happened, and I am very worried. And we're going to talk about this, and I need my PIC Andy with me to talk about it. What's up, Andy?
What's up?
So you hit me with something while we were talking about Yin and Yang that's just devastating to me. Can you go ahead and talk about it?
No, I'm going to say I knew about this brewing. I won't say who told me, but some people, press people, were starting to spread yesterday, that Warner Brothers is like, stop promoting the panel, stop promoting Fandome, because there was rumors that stuff was about to change. Then today we saw the change. They have now decided to split it up into 2 days. And look, it's a good spin. I think, you could say, oh, this is because they have so much stuff, they want to share it out. But you got to look at what they actually did. They moved the Titans and the Flash panel that were going to sort of compete with other ones into slots during the day to sort of announce the Hall of Heroes as its main day. And then they're going to put all the other extra stuff, the Jim Lee and fan stuff and other stuff that was being worked on, into a later date, which I think is wise. Why compete with itself? Mm-hmm. But they did that. And in doing so, they removed what to me was the most important panel of the whole event, which was that mystery panel that I assumed was going to be sort of like the future of DC movies. It's the sort of that main panel that most studios do at a Comic-Con, which sort of sets, here's the state of things, here's what we're working on. Oh, and then at the end, by the way, let me do a quick mic drop. Superman movie. That would have been the opportunity, right? So I'm looking at this panel. I don't know where you do it now. And so it gets me a little nervous because it's like a lot of the stuff's pre-taped. A lot of the stuff's not going to be interactive. It's short. I'm so excited and I'm ready for this, but it's got me nervous. This adjustment. What's going on? I mean, what do you think of this? Are you still as excited when you hear all this going down?
Look, the fact that they were removed this announcement destroys me. It was the most hype thing. It was the most hype part of DC fandom. Seeing Wonder Woman at the top and and Batman at the end. So we got a strong beginner starting the race, and a great anchor at the end finishing the race. Right there, dead smack in the middle, perfectly managed with all of the Superman intros and theme songs we've been hearing with their trailers, and that DC prize announcement right in the middle to complete what I believe was the Trinity and releasing a Superman movie. For them to withdraw that away out of the schedule, which means you're taking that away probably, bro, that's terrible, bro. It's taking the wind out of my sails, man. I was ready to cry just at the thought of thinking that shit was Superman. I have been fighting long and hard on my channel to get Superman right. I've been fighting long and hard to get DC on the right track. And this being removed just is starting to bring back bad memories, man. I'll try to play Angel's advocate here. Maybe they removed it because it was maybe a rated R dark movie. And they said, whoa, looks like people wanted to be Superman. Take it off. So then we'll do a Superman later. I don't know, but based off what I see here, I'm incredibly hurt. My hype has fallen tremendously. I am upset. I am confused. And this is just not a good look. Superman needs to be done justice. He's the part of the Trinity. He's the leader of the Justice League. The whole universe doesn't work unless you get the Trinity right, especially Superman, bro. This is terrible. This is terrible.
Well, part of me suspects, again, speculation, but I imagine fans were having so much fun trying to guess what that panel was. And then what I suspect was happening was what they were about to announce there was not anywhere near the hype level of what the fans were hoping was going to be. So they sort of figured out a way to sort of like, we're going to combine efforts and save it for later, and then quietly let that one die. Where it's like, to me, we had this argument back on my channel the other day, or wherever, one of our channels. Do they have a plan? It's like, look, I'm excited for what they're doing. I'm excited to these movies. I'm not trying to hate on DC and Warner. I'm a fan of these characters. I want to see new versions. But is there a plan, right? And without a lead panel that sort of announces the slate and the future of DC, which I think this was what Fandome should have been all about. It's finally taking the opportunity to pull the reins on this and show some control and some direction and put a leader in place that we can say, this is your person who, by the way, is now going to do it. Without that panel, I'm nervous, man. It's just going to be a bunch of
I'm nervous too, man. And if this is the case, and you were right. You were right about they don't have their stuff on track like Kevin Feige does. No one at DC has proven that they're a Feige, and Feige is extremely special. He's an extremely special individual. He's incredibly valuable. He made MCU what it is.
Yeah, and I think it's when we do that, it seems like we're being Marvel fanboys, but it's nothing to do with Marvel. It's the fact that he had a plan. He is a fan of the material.
I'm
took
talking
big
about the argument that we had
you know?
on the show Change My Mind on your show Tuesday. We talked about this, about there not being a real solid plan. And even though I do believe that this was planned, that's what DC fandom is to me. It was the plan. That was the argument. That's how I felt. But just taking away this film, taking away this slot, it diminishes the hope that I had for there being a Superman announcement. You combine that with the fact that they announced a video game that everybody wanted to be Superman. We've been asking for a Superman video game from these fools for years. And after year and year of disappointment, they announced Suicide Squad with a dark-looking Superman on the front. It's like, do you hate him? Do you hate him, Warner Brothers? Do you hate him, DC? Are you guys mad that the freaking Schuster family took you guys to court in order to make you make that Man of Steel Superman Returns movie in 2006? They had to actually bring it to Superior Court for you, DC, to make a move on Superman Returns because the family said you aren't doing anything with the character. Think about that. Unless they go to court, unless the family files a grievance against DC and Warner Brothers, we don't get a film in 2006. That's terrible. What's going on? Like, don't you, even if you don't believe him as being as popular as Batman, even if DC doesn't believe in him, Warner Brothers believes in him as being as popular as Wonder Woman or even Black Adam, just the simple fact of you releasing his movie and announcing it, it gives hope to the Justice League effort. It gives hope to the fans, even if you don't think it's going to make $1 billion. So what if it makes $500, $600, $700 million? There's so much gains that you could get from announcing a Superman movie than treating it like this. Not announcing it, not giving us the game. I don't know where this shit comes from, man. But Superman is the single most invaluable person to the Justice League. And if you guys want to build to the Justice League again, which I know you guys do, you gotta get Superman right. What was the purpose of you showing those teasers? In each teaser, you play the dun da 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 da, the John Williams. Why? Why do that? There has to be something else. I refuse to believe. I'm starting to go into freaking trivial territory here. I don't think that this is real, bro. I think that they're pulling the wool over our eyes, and they're going to still show us a Superman reveal. They took it off the schedule to get us baking. And they're going to just surprise us left wing smack in the head. Maybe they didn't think they had 15 minutes. Maybe they didn't think they had 15 minutes, and they're going to just announce it in the Wonder Woman 84 panel or something. I don't freaking know. All I know is this. You got to get Superman right. Announce him now. You don't need a trailer. All you need to do is show Superman clips all the way from the 1950s to 2013 of Henry Cavill's Man of Steel, and then put a graphic up, Superman is coming back. That's it. You could do that in an hour. Get one of your freaking graphic designers to mock something up real quick and have that sheet ready for fandom. All you got to do is announce it.
You're right. And the other thing that I don't see on here is Green Lantern. You got Green Lantern who's supposed to do this new show for HBO Max. You got Green Lantern, you got there's so many cheer that's like, why aren't you doing a State of DC? Here's what's coming up. Here's show. Like, it's weird. I've heard rumors of what's her name? The Zatanna, the magician character.
Right, Zatanna,
He's supposed to be in a movie. I don't understand. Announce the movies. Do a panel where you get to announce the movies. That's what Comic-Con does so well. And I understand they sub out some of these, and some of these movies deserve it, but they need a panel. And to me, the fact that they don't have a feature film panel, here's what's coming, just shows they're still trying to figure out what the hell to do. And that's what's scary. Who's in charge? Is it Walter Mata? Is it Jim Lee? Is it Jeff Johns? The fans are all fighting each other online, getting mad at Patty for being loyal to her friend Jeff Johns, where it's like, it's a mess right now still. And so while these movies I'm excited for Fandom. I'm excited for Shazam, Black Adam, Suicide Squad, I think is going to blow people away. I know Wonder Woman 84 is going to show some great footage. The Batman, I think we're going to finally see some stuff. Like, those are 4 great, 4 or 5 things. I'm like, all right, cool, awesome. There's stuff there, but it's still like they're just a bunch of trailers to movies we knew were already coming, and there's not a general. Here's what's going. We got Fandom. Fandom seemed like we're finally taking it. Organization.
I was giving my heart to it. I was so ready to I was giving myself to Fandom. I was giving myself again to DC after I had so much guard up after the dark verse we came through from Snyder. And all of the ways that Henry Cavill was a brooding Superman and still said he wanted to be the lighthearted Superman. I had so much guard up, and then I opened up. I opened up. I was ready to give it in again so you could freaking hurt me and dagger me like this. Look, I know some of you guys who are probably watching this now and never come across me or Andy or me especially on Jody's Corner here. Listen, I'm not a whining, shriveling, snot-nosed, nerd, dweeb piece of shit. I am appreciative of Black Adam and Wonder Woman and Batman and everything else we're getting at Fandome. But if you do this, if you show all these heroes and all this and you don't announce a Superman movie, that's saying something to me. That is saying something. And that's just how I feel about it. Andy, final thoughts.
Yeah, dude, I'm with you. I was excited with you. I'm nervous now. As we said in that Change Our Minds, you can go check it out over on Popcorn Planet. But yeah, I still stand by the fact of like, I really just want them to show us a plan, commit. And honestly, I know people give us crap for Snyder, but at least he had a plan. I didn't like some of the choices he made, but my God, they let him try to run it. And then they took it away from him to try and change it again. And the problem is they've yet to commit to a single person over the course of several movies to just attempt to get it going. And the reality is maybe he could have gotten things better if they left him alone. I do think the Snyder Cut's going to be better than what we got with Justice League. It's not my Superman. It's like problems, but that's I'd still rather have someone in control than keep changing and have no one in control because these characters are too important. The multiverse. Are they bringing Michael Keaton to pull the strings in The Flash? And then is that going to lead to more things? Like, cool. That sounds like there's something going on, but they got to announce something. But I don't know. Maybe it was Jeff Johns, and then now they're nervous because people are trying to hate on Jeff Johns because of Ye Fisher, just trying to take shots at everybody. Who's in charge? Is it Jim Lee? Is it Hamada? Is it Patty? Is it Jeff? Is it Joss Whedon? Is it Zach? Who's in charge? I'm at a loss.
The buck stopped with Walter Hamada for me 6 months ago, but AT&T came and changed everything around. DC needs its Kevin Feige. I thought it was Hamada, but AT&T says, it's one of us. Until then, thank you guys so very much for watching this special episode of Yin and Yang talking about DC. Thank you. Check out Popcorn Planet and Andy over there. Nerd Wars on Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific. Me over there on Tuesdays for Change My Mind at 6 p.m. Pacific. I'm Jody Joe. That's Andy. We out this thing, man. Deuces.